their feet right now. Come on. Get up. Get up out of your seats.
Earthdriver is a big art community at this point. It was founded, I guess, in 1998. It's a lot of friends, old and new, collaborating on music. Me and my good friend Ryan Waters, we were on a major label gig at the time, and we were getting kind of frustrated with the industry types that we had to deal with and their influence over the music we were creating at the time. And we wanted to sort of rebel against that, but more importantly, we wanted to just create something from the heart.
I'm ready, I'm inspired. I want to share this music with the people.
Well, the original Earthdriver band consisted of Swiss Chris on drums. He's now John Legend's musical director. Ryan Waters, who toured the world with Sade. Mark Lessereau is one of our original vocalists. And Bemshi is a very renowned New York City session vocalist. Craig Blue was painting with us live. And Morgan Michael Kraft, who's from Rough Americana, is living in Italy now, but he was one of the major influences.
There's also vocalist Imani Uzuri. She booked the first ever Earthdriver gig, and she's definitely one of our showstoppers.
What I bring to the group is basically a hip-hop sensibility, a DJ sensibility, in terms of taking other recorded works and reappropriating them in a way to create new colors and textures, as well as different kinds of effects, more filtering, maybe sampling back a lot of live musician parts and playing them alongside in different ways with that. And so it kind of blends the lines a little bit. There's more of a sound canvas to work with in general.
I'm sort of the invisible man of the Earthdriver project. I got brought into the project because Jeremiah and I were roommates on the road. I got to meet Oja and Swiss, and next thing we know, he said, "Hey, I got this record going on. I need somebody to just handle the general madness," which is what I do. So it was a great opportunity to meet a bunch of different musicians working together out of one universal thought. And I discovered that Earthdriver is just a big, giant movement of art. We're very progressive in all our thoughts, so it just kind of cloned in together. And nobody's basically ever in the same room. We're all over the place. Most of this record's been done remotely, back and forth across the country. So it's been a really different sort of a vibe. It's not one person, it's one idea.
I think there's a really organic political background to Earthdriver. We're not explicitly communists or anarchists or Democrats. We're just people who, I think, share a sense of fairness, a sense of justice, and I think we're all opposed to exploitation. There is this sort of underlying political theme that some people might notice in the first album that continues with the new album, but it was all stuff that was created organically.
Feeling very optimistic and excited to see how it all turns out for the first time.
The first album was really people being invited in one after the other. Whoever showed up was a writer and a co-producer of that particular song on that day. And we didn't really go out of our way to make it style coherent. I think there is a common theme because of the vibe, because of the energy of the artists involved, but stylistically in terms of genre, it's not a commercial album. This new album is also very eclectic, very diverse, but there is a sort of continuity from the personnel being, I think, more spread out on this album, meaning we tried to get every player on every song as much as possible. I just find the making music part is the most pleasurable part and the easiest part of the whole thing. It's all the other commercial things and all the other complexities that come afterwards where the difficulty comes in. But the music is just a very natural flowing thing. I mean, I just think it's such an incredible thing to be a part of. It's such a beautiful thing to be a part of. All the players who contributed really from the heart came here from, you know, whether it be out of town or from another borough or after a long day of work, and everyone just played their heart out, and everybody really put a lot of energy into this, and every sort of thing has discouraged the completion of the album, but you know, we remained undaunted and really psyched to say we're finally crossing the finish line. I just want to get us on the map. You know, I really feel like we're supported by a really strong, quote-unquote, underground following, and I just think that our voice is really valid, and I want it to be heard as far and as wide as it can be heard.